This is Scott Craig, Public Policy Advisor for KLMP, with your weekly legislative update from the South Dakota Capitol in Pierre. This is week 4 of the 2015 legislative session, and once again I'm joined by Dale Barcher, the Executive Director of the Family Heritage Alliance. Yesterday was the final day for all bills to be dropped, a total in both chambers of 425 bills. And the Family Heritage Alliance is taking a very close look at all 425 as well, deciding which ones especially need their attention because of issues of faith, family, and freedom. Dale Barcher, what do you have to say to our listeners this morning?
Hello, Scott, or should I say Representative Craig. Today we were absolutely thrilled to announce that HB 1220 has been posted. For the past several months, the Family Heritage Alliance has been working alongside the Alliance Defending Freedom, Focus on the Family, Citizen Link, and our South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley to craft this particular bill. We call it the Freedom of Conscience Protection Act. This is a simple but profound bill which simply provides a fair and simple standard for courts to impartially consider a claim that government action has infringed on a matter of conscience. We are honored that this bill is being primed by you, Representative Scott Craig, in the House and Senator Brock Greenfield in the Senate. So please stay tuned to HB 1220 as it works its way through the session. Today we will be giving testimony in opposition of SB 57, an expansion of gambling bill being heard in the Senate State Affairs Committee. If this bill passes out of committee, then we'll need folks back home across the state of South Dakota to immediately contact their senators and ask them to vote no on SB 57. We are in support of a rather unique bill. It's SB 155. This bill would create a voluntary database of people with a gambling problem. Anyone on this list that is found in a casino will be removed. In essence, a person comes to a point where they say, I need help so bad that I want casinos to kick me out if I try to gamble. After 5 years, the person may be taken off the list if a counselor or health professional agrees with their request to be removed. Quite frankly, Scott, we find it refreshing that this bill's sponsor has found a way to actually help those caught in this addiction of design called gambling. There are currently 4 Second Amendment or gun bills floating around the Capitol. The FHA Action is currently supporting HB 1116, which seeks to allow concealed carry without a permit as long as the person is a law-abiding citizen. Currently, anyone in good standing with the law may carry a pistol on themselves as long as it is visible. This bill would remove the requirement for a permit if a person wants to carry their pistol concealed. This bill does not get rid of the concealed permit system, as many people want reciprocity with other states. We believe this bill is a constitutionally supported bill. Last week I mentioned House Concurrent Resolution 1004, which is a good pro-life resolution, whose prime sponsor is Representative Roger Hunt of Sioux Falls. This resolution, by the way, passed the full House on a vote of 60-10. It will now be on the floor of the full Senate this coming Thursday, February 5, and we're asking for a favorable, strong South Dakota pro-life vote from our senators. Another life bill, HB 1079, which revises the deadline for the department's health annual report regarding abortions, sailed through the House on Tuesday on a vote of 67 yes to 2 no votes. That was another signal South Dakota cares sincerely about our culture of life. Other bills we're following deal with the topic of education, particularly the privacy of student records and surveys our students are being required to take. The repeal of the state's death penalty, which the FHA Action will remain neutral on, will be up before committee, I am told, this coming week. The subject of human trafficking continues to hit the legislators' radar, and the FHA Action is supporting 2 of those bills currently, like SB 95, which will revise provisions related to human trafficking, which you, Scott, will be testifying for this coming Thursday, February 5. Once again, I want to encourage you to follow us by going to FHAAction.org. That's FHAAction.org, and click on Legislative Radar.
Thank you, Dale. Both Dale and I are pastors, but also feel God's call to get involved in the political sector. And what's so wonderful about the Family Heritage Alliance is that there is an invitation every year for ministry leaders from across the state to come to the state capitol and meet with their elected officials, to pray with them. And Dale brings in a special guest speaker. And tomorrow, the special guest is the oldest of 19 kids and counting. Dale.
Well, his name is Josh Duggar, and Josh Duggar currently is the president of Family Research Council Action. Scott, as we journey through this session this week, we're putting together our final touches on what may prove to be Family Heritage Alliance's finest South Dakota Ministry Leaders Capital Summit. The event for pastors and priests and parachurch ministry leaders will be held, as you mentioned, this Thursday, tomorrow, right here in Pierre at the People's House, the state capitol. We have now registered well over 100 leaders in attendance, and there is still time for your pastor or ministry leader to register. Simply go to fhaaction.org for more information and or to register. Scott, as you know, it makes a difference when our South Dakota spiritual leaders show up at the Capitol. Josh Duggar made the following comments in regard to the event coming up tomorrow. He said, and I quote, "I'm excited to be traveling to South Dakota to stand with those who are championing faith, family, and freedom. I am honored to be speaking before the state's faith-based leaders and will urge South Dakotans to continue their stand for religious liberty, marriage, and life."
Well, I sure am looking forward to being a part of that, and I know he has a timely message for all the spiritual leaders that will be gathered here at the state capitol. Dale, thank you so much again for your excellent report, and folks, we ask you to join us right here again next Wednesday morning for your next legislative update from the South Dakota Capitol in Pierre. For KLMP, this is Scott Craig, Public Policy Advisor.